So, hey guys, today I'm going to be explaining what this mess of a deck is. So, this deck is not really completed, it's just fine. So, the one big change I think that I would make to this list is probably change out, I guess, Biden Dragon for something else. I don't know. If Tenpai does come up, I guess it's worth having a slot for Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries, but for the most part, Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries is here to target uh, Requiem, Biden Dragon, and we have White Binder. Those are our primary targets. Aside from that, I guess we have SP, and we could also do a Rise Art, which I put in here for fun, but honestly, we should probably just cut out a Rise Art. But aside from that, the deck actually does a lot, surprisingly. So the engine and non-engine, we could make it more efficient, like we'd take out this one of Jinzo and go to 40, but if we just go ahead and do a test hand, the idea for this deck is pretty simple. We're just utilizing a bunch of different engines, and whether they have synergy or not doesn't fully matter. So this hand, we only drew Fiendsmith pieces, which sucks, and then we have some Garnets here, or cards we'd rather search. Here we have the same again, drew too much of one engine, and here is a much better hand. So this combo is actually disgusting. So it starts with a special summon Unicorn, but we actually prefer to open Fenrir because that's just going to be a little bit better. It gives us an additional body. But yeah, we start with Kishtira Unicorn, special summon this. We'll add Birth, and then with the Deception of the Sinful Spoils. So if we open either the Diabellstar, so if we open Kishtira plus Diabellstar or Deception, we can then tribute the Kishtira cards, and if we start with Fenrir, we can do Fenrir to grab Unicorn, and then when we tribute right now, so let's assume this is Fenrir instead of Unicorn, then we can tribute the Fenrir, which added the Unicorn, to add the Hallowed Azamina. And then this allows us to special summon Unicorn, and if our opponent hand traps us after this point, we just get to rip their extra deck, and we'll get to probably rip the extra deck as well the next turn. So we could rip, for example, against Maliss, we could do White Binder, Art Scripter, we could do just Red Ransom, White Binder as well, whatever we're feeling like, I guess. We could also do like Access Code, Lizard Hagridos, whatever is relevant against Fiendsmith. We can just do like Banish Requiem, and then that whole engine crumbles to dust, it doesn't function anymore. And then there's some other decks where it might be relevant, but whatever. Next, after this actually will get us, depending on exactly how we want to play it, we can get an Omni Negate or two Omni Negates. So in this case, I believe we get two. So that would be add Hallowed Azamina, then we do special summoning the copy of Rusilago, and then Rusilago will add us a copy of Wanted, then we can put back the Rusilago, and then we have combo from there. And this also leads into Fiendsmith combo as well while we're here. We can link off actually the Rusilago and the Kishira Unicorn for a copy of Moon, which is Fiendsmith combo. And we can also bring back the Unicorn with the with our copy of Birth. Which is, yeah, there's a lot going on, and like the combos, it depends on your exact hand, right? But yeah, this is what we could do. But we also can play around Nibiru because we happen to open Rite of Aramasir, so we should probably activate Rite of Aramasir after we special summon Unicorn, because if we control a body, so if we were to start with Rite of Aramasir, we would already control a monster and be unable to special summon Unicorn / Fenrir or whatever. So that's relevant. But yeah. We already opened Faithful, which is fine. We just place Fateful. And the one thing we do have to be a little bit careful of is, in this build specifically, I didn't put in Caesar, but with just a Desiree here, we have like Deception of the Sinful Spoils, we have Faithful Adventure, we'll also have Draco back, So that's going to take up a lot of our spell trap zones if we're not careful. And in this specific hand, I think we're going to special summon Diabellstar to set Sinful Spoils of Betrayal Silvera. So overall, if we started with Fenrir here, we would be able to actually more effectively go into the Fiendsmith stuff. But yeah, we could normal summon Ash Blossom and Joy Spring as an additional body, link that off with I guess it would be Murcielago, and this could also be used to search Draco back from the Faithful. But since we open Faithful, we can actually just activate Faithful to start and then special summon like Unicorn Fenrir to add Draco back, so we don't have to worry about that as much. Being unable to activate our normal summoned monster's effect doesn't matter in this deck. Like, if we were to normal summon Jinzo, Jinzo's continuous, so there's no activated effect to begin with. And then Lacrima and Lurie, it's only really terrible if we open Lacrima, but otherwise we could normal summon like Lurie, and then make Requiem to summon Lacrima, and then that's like Fiendsmith combo. It doesn't matter. So for some reason, essentially, the Adventure engine and the Fiendsmith engine just mesh really well. No explanation, it just does. And all of these engines actually just mesh well with each other for no particular reason. Sometimes there's no like direct synergy, sometimes there is, and when there is, you really see it. So this end board in particular, we could, depending on like what we have exactly, we could end on for this, it would be 1, 2 Omni Negates plus the Desiree Omni Negate, which could be multiple Omni Negates, I guess. And potentially we can make Apollosa here. I haven't calced out the line that far ahead yet, so maybe we could do that. But actually, I think we want to keep Diabellstar on the field. But yeah, we could, instead of going for a Wandering Griffin Rider, we could go for a Legal Knight as well, which there's some merit to this sometimes. Depends on exactly what we're playing against. But yeah, we have all of these guys, and we have a crap ton of interactions. We also have like Fenrir, potentially, well, not in this hand, if we're just talking the actual hand here. We have Unicorn to extra deck Rib. It'll be at least 1. It's not necessarily going to be 2 here, but alright. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 really high quality like interactions, I guess. And there's also one additional synergy here with the Lava Golem. Essentially, if we have the adventure package plus Lava Golem, we can just bounce back the Lava Golem and summon it twice. Yeah, Draco back, return Lava Golem. We also have technically a Legal Knight, return Lava Golem. So I mean, worst case scenario for you, I can Lava Golem you 3 times, I guess, until the next turn rolls around again, but potentially, and I can grab back a Legal Knight later and then Lava Golem you again. Well, yeah, it depends, I suppose, but yeah, that's the general idea with the Lava Golem, I suppose. And the Jinzo here is just to meme, I guess, really. So if you're playing Malice, your deck actually sucks when you don't have the traps. So yeah, that's just Jinzo, you know? So for example, if I do special summon Unicorn effect or special summon Diabellstar, I can just tribute for Jinzo and you know, just normal summon Jinzo, and this doesn't interfere with my adventure package. So that's the idea behind that, I guess. And yeah, that's just the brutality here, I guess. And I mean, you usually open up something with these hands. Like for example, here we have Lurie Fenrir, so this normal summon this, that's Fiendsmith combo. And special summon Fenrir, we attribute this actually for Sinful Spoils. We can also use this as removal. We can grab Unicorn. We have options here. Fateful here at least can get us 1 additional body if we do add Enchantress and then banish Enchantress to grab rights. We get the token, which we could technically link off for, I guess, sequence. we can't use it for Moon or the Close Heaven because that requires an Infect monster, but you know, if you can do it, you can do it, I guess. We could also tribute it, the token for Deception of the Sinful Spells if we really wanted to. We have Lava Golem, which we could also technically tribute, I guess. But alright, this is just combo. And then here, this is just Omega combo here. A bit too much combo, I think, honestly. But yeah, we end on some Omni Negates, some big Kishir guys. Not really a big problem. And one of the quirks of this deck, if you guys haven't noticed, is there's only one problem card for if you specifically Lancia me, but I can, well, if you don't standby phase or draw phase Lancia me, I can just activate Enchantress from hand, and then, you know, I have my rights. But yeah, the only thing that would be bad for me if you were to Lancia is that I cannot activate Water Enchantress. That's it. There's no other card here. Everything else functions under Lancia. Like Unicorn, I won't be able to rip your extra deck this turn, but I'll be able to do so next turn. So it's not even that great in that case. So yeah, we're cooking, I guess. And that's about it, I think. Maybe we change Rizar out for Typhon, I don't know. But yeah. I thought this had some interesting concepts woven in, but yeah. If we have Kishtira, Fenrir, we can use Deception of the Sinful Spoils with the cash card, so there's like really dumb synergy between the cash cards here and the Bellstar's Sinful Spoil package here to go into the Azumina cards. And then the Fiendsmith cards are just super easily accessible, and they don't like hinder anything else. So I mean, there's probably a different, better variation you could probably come up with of this, but you know, just bouncing back Lava Golem and special summoning it again, that's already a little bit fun. But yeah, we could probably throw in more going second cards and focus on that more than going first. I think to that end, Fiendsmith package is probably the package that I would cut first for that, but yeah, I mean, the DBL Star package isn't super great for that either. So just playing probably a different package altogether. So it'd be like probably Kishtira plus Adventure and then one other unknown archetype, I guess. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.